What's poppin', people? It's Mr. Sword Stance here, and just kind of wanted to talk a little bit, kind of like an update video. Just talk. So I will start off with, the elephant in the room. Sorry, I dropped my ukulele. God damn it! No, let's just stand there now. Anyways, elephant in the room, not the nephew, not the microphone dropping, but Pokemon Sun. Probably not gonna focus, but I have not made a Pokemon Sun video in a while. Kind of just because, and this is gonna be the biggest unpopular opinion of 2016. I think the game is awful. I think it is hands down the worst Pokemon game ever made. Yes, worse than Pokemon X and Y. Yes, worse than 4th gen. Yes, worse than the 1st gen. Because let's face it, 1st gen wasn't even that good. It's just nostalgia at this point. But I am not having fun with the game at all. The game as a whole just kind of feels like a giant cutscene, and it's not fun at all. I'm just not enjoying it. I really am not, and I feel bad in a sense because I was so excited for the game, and the game looked great. And don't get me wrong, competitive, it is the best it's ever been. But as a structured Pokemon game, I hate it. There's too much hand-holding. There is hardly any chance for you to actually play the game. I remember a while back, one of my friends retweeted PewDiePie, and I don't follow him on Twitter, but he retweeted him, and the tweet was like I'm having so much fun pressing A in this new Pokemon game. And like, this was when the game like earlier came out, and I haven't really been playing like a whole ton of it, but I get what he was saying now. This Pokemon game is legitimately an awful game. So I'm getting all the dislikes on this video because of that, but I did want to talk a little bit about what's going on. So I also probably sound a little bit funny because I've been pretty sick last week or so. But I know I just said I want to talk about the stuff that's going on, but I really don't. There's just a lot of personal struggles that I'm going through right now, and I'm at a point where I don't know how I'm going to overcome it, but I guess the best thing to do is to not lose hope entirely, you know? And aside from that, there's also the fact that I do enjoy what I do here, you know? He knows. Because he's always barging in here.
Why?
Because you're annoying.
I know.
He knows. But no, he's a good kid. But no, I do enjoy what I do as far as like streaming and just media production as a whole. So that being said, I do have a Fitlock planned for this upcoming year, but this upcoming year will be delayed for me just a little bit. I do plan to go to Mexico in January, early January, just so I can. Oh, he fell. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, son. He's like, okay. But yeah, just going to Mexico. I'm forgetting about all my struggles here. Xavier, stop. Just forgetting about the struggles and stuff here, and all the stress. Because I've had no time for personal, really. Every moment I have is dedicated to some other shenanigan, and it just sucks. All that being said, I do plan to go for about like 10 days early January, but everything's kind of set for what I want to do with this next Fitlock. I actually have a not necessarily like a schedule, because you know things change really fast, but I do plan to follow a guideline, I guess to say.
I know Martin.
Xavier, I will end you.
My strawberry.
Yeah, your strawberries, go eat them. Bring me one, please. Please. He's a good kid, I swear. He's picking out the worst one though. Thank you. They're also very weirdly shaped. But no, essentially, this new year I do have a lot of personal changes I need to make, and the reason I had to put all this like personal stuff first, is because if I can't help myself, how can I help others? You know, and it's not even like a matter of like help, because like this kind of like entertainment stuff that I do, the streaming, the YouTube, and all that, it's also like almost therapeutic to me, and it helps me be less lonely, if I'm being honest. It's to get to talk to people. It's cool. But the channel content will be more toned to what I want to do. And that being said, so part of that stuff will be Fitlocks, because, you know, the holidays, they have not been kind to me. They have not been kind. So, that being said, I also have Fitlocks going throughout the year, maybe not necessarily in a row like before, because even that kind of stuff gets tiring. Not the running or the exercising, it's the way that I have to produce them, because essentially I make an episode and then the next day I run, come home, shower, record another episode, and because of the nature of how the I guess production is made, it does have to be a entirely daily thing. And I mean, that's not like a bad thing, because, you know, some people, they do make daily content, but it is recorded, well, like people that make daily content, is recorded all at once. It is recorded like 10 episodes a day. And unfortunately, because I don't do this for a living, and I, to be honest, would never want to do it for a living. I mean, if I can make extra money, Xavier, you touch that, you're dead. No, don't touch that. And he's pressing the light switches, and one of those light switches will turn off everything electronic in my room. It's a huge flaw. But I lost my train of thought. But thank you for turning the light on. But no, just because of that kind of nature, and because I do have like a full-time job and everything, and I'm going to school, I can't be relying on making like 10 episodes a day. When Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, I was able to make like 3 episodes a day, because I ended up having other things to do. So all that being said, the Fitlock and everything will still have to come back, but it's not going to be as super consistent. And then on top of that, there's a reason I'm doing the Fitlocks too. Yes, obviously to get in shape. I bit the wrong end. Yes, it is obviously to get in shape, but when Allison made me switch my name from Fighting Smeargle to Mr. Sword Stance, I chose that name very specifically. Sword Stance is such a good move in the game because, you know, +2 attack, who doesn't want that? But there's also the fact of like what that name means. So the last part, dance, is something that I don't do as much anymore, and so that's something that I wish I did do a bit more. For example, this is a picture that I use on my Facebook right now, just because it's, give me that picture. Right there. I don't know if that'll focus or not, but basically, I used to love to break dance, and because of the person that I was with, unfortunately, I was no longer able to. Even as a free agent, I wasn't able to. And it kills me to say that, because I should have always been me, you know? And that's kind of like the goal right now, is to go back to being me. And I think there's a desync now with the audio video, so all of you aesthetically pleasing people will not be pleased by this anymore. But no, like I was saying, Xavier, stop. See, he does this all the time, and it's awful. I don't have any peace with this kid. And it's not even my kid, he's my nephew. But no, I do plan to make a second channel with some inspiration from... Oh my gosh, Xavier, be quiet, please, okay? Okay? I love you, but you gotta stop. I do have plans to make a second channel. With inspiration from this one other YouTuber. His name is Family Jewel 7X.
I know. I like
yeah,
that.
I actually play a lot of his music because he's so good. But for like 2 or 3 years, he did this thing where he did a new guitar cover of a song for like those 2-3 years. He did one every week, and that was something that he did to expand his horizons on playing guitar. Which he made it like really big. I think he did the music for a game, like something of the Necro Dancer or something like that. Stop. And because of that, like, he did very well with what he did. And I want to do the same thing for like dance, which I hope takes off a decent amount. But that being said, that's everything that I wanted to get out there. And I hope you guys stick around for it because, like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff that I want to do. And I do apologize for the Sun and Moon stuff. I was super excited for the game. It's just a bummer that the game is ass. It sucks. It's such a bad game. Don't get me started. I'm going to get so heated again. It's such a bad game. I will literally make an entire video about why Pokemon Sun is a bad game. Pokemon Sun and Moon. That being said, you guys have a good one. I actually have quite a bit of stuff to do. This is like the 3rd time recording because he did switch that light off and my computer shut down once. Then another time he was a lot worse. He was so much more obnoxious than just now, and he literally, like, I cannot stop him. And then the 3rd time, the microphone wasn't actually picking up a lot of my voice, so I had to adjust that for whatever. I still got a new microphone. But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of what I need to do because I gotta be at work in like an hour and a half. You guys have a good one. I hope this audio sync didn't like totally freak you guys out. You guys have a good one. And he's back.